I don't need to put myself in it. Rajan, first of all, when you were introduced, they referred to you as Sri Rajan Zed. Does this mean royal, or what does Sri mean in that
Shri
context?
means it is just a title of respect,
Out of respect.
title of respect. So just they call Shriman to men and Shrimati to women. That is usually the joke.
Very good. I know that Americans don't really understand the bindi. Can you explain the mark on your forehead and what its
This is
significance is?
a sign of auspiciousness, I think, and traditions have different signs. But all of them will put some sign on their forehead since we are the oldest, and so we have all these traditions from ancient times.
Obviously Christianity, Judaism, Islam, monotheistic faiths, but really Hinduism is also a monotheistic faith. Can you explain?
Yeah, we believe in one God which is called Brahm, and which is all these different deities we have are manifestations of the God, which is we call Brahm, and so in that way we are monotheistic. Yeah.
Um, I think you know that my background is involved covering a lot of the war crimes that occurred in Sri Lanka 2009 period. And we talked a moment ago, in all of my research and all of my writing, it seems every faith has been tied to a genocide in this world in modern times, except Hindu. Can you comment on that, and can you tell me why you think that is?
I think Hinduism is basically a peace-loving religion, and we have not been aggressors in the history in the past. People, other attackers or aggressors have come to India and even ruled India, but we have never went out of India to take over other countries. So we are peace-loving citizens, and most of us are vegetarian for that because we are against killing.
I think that's really significant, and it's missed with a lot of Americans. They just simply don't understand, and that's a big part of what you talked about during your speech. Is that there's just a general lack of understanding in America when it comes to Hinduism. Can you talk about that for just a moment?
I think most people outside India are not very aware of Hinduism, especially in US, and we are trying to work on that to educate people. And because they look at us with a different angle, and we don't fit that. I think criteria of a. But we are the oldest religion and third largest, 1 billion people. We are not started yesterday, and the Rig Veda, which is our oldest scripture, is the oldest scripture of any religion, which is still continuing. And most educated Americans understand us, but common we are still working on them, common Americans, and but they at least respect us. If they don't understand us, they respect us. Wherever I go, I get respect and warm welcome also most of the time.
I'm really glad to know that. You are a very busy person with regard to your advocacy, aren't you? It doesn't seem to ever end.
Yeah, I do basically Hinduism and a lot of interfaith dialogue, and I met religious leaders of various faiths and denominations, and plus, in addition to like everybody should do some charity. So my charity is helping the Roma people or the Gypsies in Europe, 15 million of them, and they are facing like apartheid conditions. They have been there since 900 AD, and they are still not accepted in the mainstream. It's a long time, and I don't think any of them is Hindu anymore. But I still help them out because other religious leaders won't come to their rescue. They are right in Europe, many religious leaders. I'm talking about Hindus and non-Hindu, all the religious leaders, because other people don't like them. So the major denominations or religions don't want to support them because they don't want to lose the support of the majority. So that's the reason. And mean Roma have weaknesses, but doesn't mean that we should discriminate or persecute them.
No, because they suffered so badly during the Holocaust too, and they don't often get mentioned. We hear about Jewish people and
Yeah,
Polish people, but Roma really took a hit during Hitler's reign,
they,
didn't
they
they?
did they did take a hit, and I and there's not even a good memorial. No, Berlin is making a memorial for them, and I think a speaker of Israel said that we should build a memorial for Roma also in Israel. But they are. I mean, they can do good better, but we need to help the helpless because they're kind of helpless. Many of them don't go beyond high school, or even high school they don't complete it. So we need to help them and bring them at the level of other people. So that is my passion, to help them out, and that is a non-Hindu cause.
Which is certainly what made me
Yeah.
find your work so interesting because,
That way, it is nothing to do with Hinduism, and we don't want to convert them to Hinduism.
right,
That is not our purpose, and but they're just helpless. Nobody's helping them. So I help them out. They are very happy about it. When they get a person who is not interested in any benefit from them, and just help them out of love. That's what religion teaches us. All the religions.
um, before we go, I have to, bring up Sri Lanka just because it's something that I cover constantly. Do you think there's more that can be done from India, from Singh and so on and so forth to settle those problems, or do you think that it's not something that India can easily help with or should help with?
Oh, I won't comment on that. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
Yes.
Okay,
Exactly.
very good. Okay, I'm just going to cut to me, and then I'm going to roll it back to you. And we'll just leave that part. I don't want to have to. I'm not trying to get you to answer anything that's not.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. Yeah.
I don't have much studies into it. I've
Sure.
not studied it deeply.
I don't have the coordination to do this. Here we go. Okay.
You are erasing it?
Yeah. Now here we go. Okay, we've been speaking with Rajan Zed here in Sacramento, California, at this gathering of Hindus. And sir, thank you so much for your time today.
Thanks, Tim, for helping us out, and I appreciate your support.